Hello, and we meet again for yet another episode of What's Up with Women's Cricket. I am Shweta Haranhalli, and today in this episode, we are going to talk about everything surrounding India's win in the Asia Cup. The Indian team not only dominated the 8 games but also showcased to the world why they are one of the favourites in the upcoming T20 World Cup early next season. 37 wins out of 40 matches across numerous editions of the Asia Cup. Well, if this is not domination, then I really don't know what it is. It is fair to say that women's cricket has developed leaps and bounds in India after the team's heroics in the 2017 World Cup, and the emergence of new players is truly making India one of the most dominant sides in the world. However, the only two things synonymous with the Indian team since their standout performance on England shores 5 years ago has been the performance of Smriti Mandhana and Harmanpreet Kaur. On Saturday, it was fitting for the duo to be out there in the middle as India scored the winning runs. For years, they have toiled hard to make this bunch of group probably one of the most developed sides in the recent past, and that is clearly one of the reasons why India go into the World Cup as the firm favourites. The world will indeed point out two heartbreaks in the form of the T20 World Cup Down Under and the recently concluded Commonwealth Games. However, spare a thought for the team as they embark on yet another adventure in the land of South Africa in the next 6 months. This time around, they are a little bit older and a lot more wiser from their past learnings. One of the turnarounds for the Indian team has been their ability to take on the opposition bowling unit in the first 6 overs of the power play. Ever since Shefali Verma's debut in 2019, she has forged a formidable opening combination with Smriti Mandhana, and the duo are responsible to lay a solid foundation for the Indian side in the power play. In the 29 innings played thus far after the T20 World Cup Down Under, the openers have scored 993 runs at an average of 33.1 and a boundary every 4.6 deliveries in the power play, which is the best among the top 10 nations. While there were question marks revolving around Shefali's place in the team, the teenager finished the tournament as the third leading run scorer with 116 runs in 6 innings at 27.6 and a strike rate of 122.05. In the pre-match press conference ahead of the Asia Cup, Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain of India, backed the dynamic opener to regain her form. She's working very hard every day, and I think the Asia Cup is a great platform for her to play freely. Another positive for the women in blue is the return of Jemimah Rodrigues in the Indian setup. The right-handed batter missed the women's 100 and the white ball series against England due to her wrist injury. However, she bounced back in a commanding fashion to be India's dependable at number 3 in this Asia Cup. The 22-year-old was the leading run scorer of the tournament with 217 runs in 6 innings at an average of 54.25 and a strike rate of 135.6. While her numbers are impressive to say the least, it is the manner in which she has gone about her business of using the sluggish surface on offer to her advantage. The women in blue struggled to find an ideal replacement for Jemimah in their white ball series against England. With Hemlata failing to grab her chances, it was a no-brainer for the team management with Rodrigues fit, especially after her heroics in the Commonwealth Games. The right-handed batter made optimum use of sweep stroke and her drives to score bulk of her runs, giving India and Harmanpreet Kaur the freedom to play their shots and dismantle the opposition bowling unit. While India have pretty much a settled batting unit as far as the top order is concerned with Smriti, Jemimah, Shefali and Harmanpreet in the ranks, one of the areas actually for the team management ahead of the World Cup is an ideal finisher. The team will be banking on the destructive abilities of Pooja Vastrakar and Kiran Navgire to power them through the back end of the innings. The duo have a reputation of clearing the boundary cushions with ease, and Navgire showed that in her debut appearance at the Women's T20 Challenge. However, things seem to have gone downhill for her since then, as she managed only 17 runs in her 5 innings at the international level. With the World Cup fast approaching, the team management would hope to fine-tune this aspect of the game in their bid for the elusive title. And while we are on the topic of finishers, Harmanpreet Kaur can also potentially look at Dipti Sharma for her role down the order. One of the advantages of having Dipti in the batting unit is her ability to bat left-handed. It is strange how past 2 weeks have been for Dipti after a run out at the home of cricket that powered India to a clean sweep against the home team. Despite everything that is surrounding in what was supposed to be a legitimate mode of dismissal, the 25-year-old has silently gone about her business and produced one of her most dominant performances in the Asia Cup. The all-rounder scalped 13 wickets in 8 innings at an average of 7.9 and an economy rate of 3.3 runs per over, and followed it up with crucial contributions with the bat to finish with 94 runs in 5 innings. With the flamboyance of Smriti Mandhana, Shefali Verma and Harmanpreet Kaur in the ranks, it is fair to say that the contributions of Dipti often go unnoticed. However, the team management should give her credit for lending a balance to the side and switching on to all the roles seamlessly. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode of What's Up with Women's Cricket. We'll be back next week with another special segment featuring one of the most talented players in the domestic circuit. Thank you for joining us. That's a goodbye from me.